Hello. Welcome to this week's Art Like Minisode, the mini series that's kind of an addendum to our full-blown podcast, Art Like Everything Else, the podcast. And this week, I wanted to talk about being curious and actually engaging that curiosity and documenting your world and your point of view. So, a while back, I got this book, which is sort of what inspired this conversation, which is called How to Be an Explorer of the World. And so I thought it was really fascinating. I read about it from someone who got the book and they talked about how it allowed them to see the world differently. And so for me personally growing up, being able to engage and inquire about everything around me has always been something that intrigued me. And it's something I know for a fact that I find fun. Something I've been working on though is actually like documenting my experience and being comfortable being documented. Like even though I do have this podcast and I have this mini series that I've started and I've actually been doing this podcast for a few years now, it is still sometimes it still feels a bit weird getting in front of the camera, or it's like it takes some coaxing. And I kind of want to get out of that. And I know probably like the main way I'll have to be able to do that would probably be to just like brute force it. And so I found this book and I'm hoping that by learning and engaging with things that I already enjoy, it'll allow me to be able to sort of experience being on this side of the documentation process a bit easier. I think it's important that we engage and we do things that we might find a bit intimidating because the world can be a scary place. And I think it is really important that we actually engage those fears and we don't allow those things that feel like they're keeping us stuck. We don't allow for it to actually keep us stuck. But yeah, that's all I have for you this week. Be sure to check out last week's episode. We talked about how failure is, in fact, an option. And I used two movies to talk about that. And be on the lookout for next week's episode. I've been working on it. It's inspired by not only a quote from a movie, but also an interview clip. And I'll talk about that in the episode. So be sure to check it out. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.